A wooden automaton prepares to touch a metal object, but another metal figure suddenly locks its throat. They pull with all their might, and the wooden figure's body quickly breaks apart, scattering into pieces. These parts become the automaton's dinner. It turns out these wooden figures are composed of circuit elements, but their bodies have a critical flaw. If they don't consume wood, they automatically fall apart. Eating wood fills the hollow in their abdomen, allowing them to survive permanently. However, the wood supply won't last forever. So, the first automaton, let's call him 1, devises a plan. He instructs the second automaton, 2, to guard the entrance for a kill while 1 himself recites an incantation written on a piece of paper. Soon, the third automaton, 3, is born. The unsuspecting 3 slowly approaches 1. Suddenly, 2 sneaks up from behind and chokes 3. Just like that, under their combined efforts, their meal is easily secured. But this meager amount of wood will only sustain them for a short time. To remain in a state of high function, they need to cooperate again. This time, 2 picks up a spell talisman from the ground and tells 1 to summon a new automaton. But 1 argues that 2 is too weak. They should enlist 1 more automaton to join their team, as hunting would be more efficient with 3. The 2 quickly agree. They summon another new automaton, and using a piece of discarded wood, they successfully convince the newcomer to join their team. They begin to divide the labor. 3 is responsible for summoning new automatons, while 1 and 2 hide behind the door, waiting for their prey. The plan works perfectly, and they successfully consume a new supply of wood. However, 3 only gets a small piece. Dissatisfied, 3 recites the incantation again and brings the newly summoned automaton into his fold. At this point, 2 factions emerge in this realm. To gain dominance, they begin an endless cycle of reciting the spell, with more and more automatons joining their respective sides. The 2 camps start a ruthless hunt, and after some time, only 1 and 2 remain standing on the floor. However, both have been completely consumed by ambition. They, too, must now settle the score. 1 attempts to summon a new automaton as a helper, but 2 bites off his tongue. Enraged, 1 immediately slays 2. 1 thus becomes the ruler of the realm. Though he temporarily has plenty of wood to eat, the automaton is very lonely. He stands alone on the edge of the world, gazing out. When hungry, he eats the wood on the floor. As time passes, he finishes all the wooden debris on the ground. He wants to summon a new automaton for company, but alas, he has no tongue. Days go by. The weak automaton stands where he is, waiting for death. Soon, his body falls apart. All that remains on the floor is a summoning talisman and scattered pieces of wood. Suddenly, a new life form germinates from beneath the floor. A new automaton approaches 1's remnants, picks up the talisman, and begins the endless cycle of seeking dominance once again.